Hello everybody and welcome to my channel where we take old clothes and make it fashion. Grab your scrunchies because today we're gonna make a scrunchie bag. So the Alexander Wang Scrunchie Bag has been a thing for a while now. And I have to admit something. I already tried one almost a year ago. However, did not resemble the scrunchie bag from Alexander Wang at all. So I threw it in the corner. But then a few weeks ago, someone in the comment section was asking me, can you make the Alexander Wang scrunchie bag? Every pore in my body, blood cell, brain cell was like, no, not gonna do it.
6 hours later.
So here we are. This time we're actually gonna use a pattern that I already made. I know, I'm well prepared. Like always, thank you. And I want to start a little community on Facebook where we can interact, and I want to make the pattern available there. So if you're interested, join that. Also by now there might be some more reasons that we do not want to support this brand. You can reinforce the fabric. Some old pieces of iron-on interfacing that I still have. I'm gonna try to get 2 layers of interfacing on there because, you know, it's a shirt. You want to make it a little more sturdy and give it a little more body yada yada. Interfacing was so old, so I think I trapped like 5 years of dust in between my fabric and the interfacing.
Dust. High fat, low fat.
Yes, you might want to avoid that. However, we're gonna fold the fabric because we have like half a pattern. Then we're gonna call Carlos, Cocos, Chanel. There they are. And we're just gonna cut out the pattern. The seam allowance is already on there. The main thing you want to take note of on this pattern are these 4 dots. 2 on each side that correspond to the corners of the bag where the fold is ending. If you transfer those to the fabric, maybe better on the right side, unlike me, you're kind of halfway there to create the shape of the bag. So we're gonna make 4 folds towards the marked dots. But we're not gonna stitch along the fold, we're gonna stitch along the edge of the fabric. And now as soon as I take the sewing machine, I get this circus music in my head, like yep, and I already feel clumsy before I even start.
10 seconds later.
Oh shit. I'm telling you, it's self-fulfilling prophecy. Guys, this is no joke. If you listen to too much circus music, you become a clown, okay? And just when you're thinking, holy crap, that's not a bag, I'm here to tell you, shut up. Have a little patience, please. We're gonna carefully fold in these corners. And now we have those marked dots that we can use as a reference for how far to fold in this seam. I do that on both sides, and voila! Here we are, en garde. Scrunchie bag shape, on fleek. Then I'm gonna fixate the 2 folded in parts together by simply stitching over it a couple of centimeters in a vertical way. Watch out that the machine does not catch the fabric on the outside though. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm proud of this because
it took me a while.
Time for
Lightning.
You're welcome. So I sewed this half kind of, well, it's hardly a sample, just try out if the shape was alright, but I'm gonna use it as a lining. It's just like a sample fabric. You can take whatever actually. You're just gonna repeat exactly the same, but then for the inside. So, I thought, zipper. Luckily I have this old jacket, this kind of, what is it? Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this print and what would you make with this fabric? Or what would you make with this jacket? I have no inspiration, it's not my thing really, but I'm sure you can make something cool with it. So I'm gonna cut the zipper off at the same length as the seam allowance. And my brain is going like, why did I cut on so much seam allowance? I had a little bit of short-term memory loss, so I just completely forgot that I wanted to hide the zipper between the fabric. Let's do the scrunchie first, shall we? Scrunchie bag, not a zipper bag. That's what it's all about. Why cut? If you can rip. So calming. So I'm just gonna sew a long and a short tube for the scrunchie. It's rather easy, however I had a little bit of a difficult time guessing the right length. When in doubt, cut it. No. Reinforce. Interfacing. So I'm gonna close them both along the length. Obviously the good side on the good side. So this is what the 2 tubes over each other look like. fucking lazy, but I feel like I need a little more scrunch. Whilst I elongate the scrunchy handle, discovered that all my favorite memes have at least one joke about scrunchy. I know it sounds stupid, but instead of elongating the outer tube, I should have shortened the inner tube because the whole handle was a little bit too long now. It would have been so much quicker. However, you know what they always say, a scrunchie bag was not built in one day. Or was it like Rome or something? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day. The scrunchie has been unscrunched, unfortunately. I have to get it out, I'm afraid. It's always great to start the day with some seam ripping, isn't it? How clever! I use a giant tweezers to restore my scrunchie. Scrunchie, come here. So, I've been postponing for a while, but it's time for the damn zipper to be sewn in. And I'm honestly never sewing in zippers. I didn't even know I had a zipper foot with my machine. I just discovered after 6 years. Please let me know in the comments if I do something wrong, because I don't have that much of a clue, to be honest. Start below the slider. Make a nice straight stitch until the end of the seam allowance. Then you open the zipper and you close this last bit. Because if you want to sew with the machine next to the slider, you won't get a straight stitch. With the second side of the zipper, I get so confused how to sandwich it in between the lining and the fabric, but you can see here how it's supposed to go. By now I've opened one of the seams of the lining, because in the end we have to pull the whole bag inside out through this hole. Also, you should leave the zipper open in this step so that you can still reach everything later. And now, magic. I'm just turning it inside out to see how it looks. The bunny. I want to get the bunny out. I don't know, this is a legit thing. Don't mind me, please. Watch another tutorial on zippers and you might actually learn something. So then we have to turn it inside out once again, just to close the short sides. That means that you basically sew over your bag, handle, zipper. So you sew over a lot of layers. Especially if you have a metal zipper, make sure to not sew over it because it will break your needle. And then as a last step, we just turn it inside out. We close the lining with a little stitch. It got definitely much more Alexander Wang than the last time. If you enjoyed the video, if you did, you know what to do, and join the Facebook group if you want to have the pattern or just want to stay up to date. It's just really nice to stay in touch and get a little inspiration from each other. If you liked the video and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications, because otherwise you won't see my new videos. I have the time of my life.